Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and this is Coco, and today we're bringing you our CAL 2023 colour and stitch reveal for December. Can you believe that, guys? We're already at December. I'm so excited to bring the colours to you today and put them in our blankets, and then we can all share them, and in 1 week's time we'll come back and do our border. So Coco is eager to get down on the floor, so she shall say woof woof to you. She's ready for a little disco nap, so I'll just pop her down. And we can get started by looking at our spectacular Sydney calendar and seeing what colours we've seen for December. For those of you who are fairly new with us, I just want you to go and see our playlist if you wish, and it's called CAL 2023, and it shows you every single month in there and all of the stitches that we've been using as well, because I have little tutorials, and I'll have a little tutorial for today's stitch as well. And you can see, from conception to even a spoiler alert if you want to have a look at what the entire blanket looks like, and join along the way if you wish to for some time in the future. I know it's a little bit late now to catch up. Unless you're a speed crocheter, please do join us, but at any time that you wish to, you can always share your finished blanket with us. So without any further ado, let's look at our December calendar page, and of course it's Christmas themed. Now I'm trying to get the light out of the way, so up close you can see there's a huge Christmas tree, and this is Christmas in Martin Place here in Sydney. Obviously it is a nice area that a lot of people congregate. There are lots of cafes and businesses around, obviously, and lots of offices. The train station isn't far away, and it is a nice time of the year here because it is very, very warm. And that's one of the biggest Christmas trees that we can go and have a look at in the city. And I think that they've done a beautiful job of that one. You can see there's lots of people taking selfies and family photos around there. A lot of tourists do go and visit Martin Place as well, because it's very close to, for example, Circular Quay and other areas in the city. So I hope you've all had enough time to have a look at all the different colours. And of course it's Christmas themed. You can definitely see the green and the red in there. So I'm just going to pop that down, bring our little box across so we can put in all the colours that we saw. Here we go. Last and final time for our CAL 2023. Here it is, nice and empty at the moment. Now, where are our colours? Let's have a look. So we saw red. And there was blue. I remember seeing someone's shirt had blue in it. Green, of course. And we saw white in the baubles and in other parts of the photo. There was tan. And I saw like a pumpkin colour in the buildings. I do love pumpkin. And of course there was brown, the bricks. We also saw grey. I did see some pink as well. And last but not least, yellow. Now, I love this part. Let's shake it all up. Dip in. And pick out. First colour, red. Well, I think it's very, very fitting for Christmas, and I know that we have a lot of red lovers, even though it has come out a few months in a row now. That doesn't really matter. White. And last but not least, yellow. So let's push aside our little box. So the colours that were drawn, let's just recap: red, white and yellow. And I think you all know that the wild card colour has to be purple. I know we have a lot of purple lovers. I figured we started with purple and we'd end with purple, seeing it is my favourite colour and I get to choose the wild card. So these are our colours, and now I will reveal the stitch for December for those of you that are doing the stitch sampler blanket with me. Now, I thought that we would do a stitch that was a little bit denser than the ones that we've been doing, because that's how we started off with our half double crochets. So let's end our blanket the same way. So we will be doing the lemon peel stitch. Now that's how I know it. You might know it as a different term, but I'll just show it to you. Here it is here. So we'll be building on the half double crochet, and in essence what the lemon peel stitch is, one double crochet, US terminology, and then one single crochet, and you do that all the way across. When you return, you put the single on the double and the double on the single. So that's how you build your rows up. Now, for any of you that may need a little tutorial, I will be posting one straight after I, release this video with the colors, and I'm hoping that that will, help and guide you how to add the stitches to your blanket. And this will be the last and final time that we do this. So let me grab my blanket for you. And as always, let's talk about what we need to do before we add our colors and our stitch. Or those of you who are just doing your own blanket, for example, a corner to corner, just add your colors and you shall actually come to the very end very, very soon. So as I said, we'll be building on the half double crochet there. What I highly, highly recommend that you all do, and I think you're all in the habit of doing that now, before you get started, and I've already done it, count your stitches. Make sure you still have the same stitch count that you started with. For example, mine is 182 stitches, so I always make sure that that's my starting point. As you build your blanket with your rows and your colors, every so often make it a habit to check them as well, because making sure we have the right stitch count, as we all know, keeps our blanket the right width throughout, which makes for a more prettier project and easier to handle when we're doing the border, so it's not going in and out too much. Now, I'm a fan of the stitch marker, so if you haven't already done so, and it's never too late to start good habits, if you need them, that is, I certainly do. Get your stitch markers at either end. That helps you to make sure that you don't drop a stitch. Because these stitches are very easy and simple stitches, it's sometimes actually, I find that it's easier to actually drop or pick up a stitch. So it is a good way to make sure that your first and last stitch, you're very aware of where they are, so that way you can continue to build your blanket. Now, all you need now is to dip into your basket or box or tote or wherever you keep your scrap balls. Grab your favorite hook that you've been using to build your blanket. I have been using my number 6 hook along the whole way, because I am using worsted or 10-ply yarn. Now, the other thing that I'd like you to know before I say run away and add your colors and your stitches to your blanket is that next week, which will be the 17th of June, I'll be coming back here to join you so we can talk about our borders. So those of you that want to add a border, you may. Some of you may not want to, but I'm going to be putting my mind to what color and stitch I will be adding around and how many rows. Now at this stage, I am thinking about doing the half double crochet, which I think will be a nice simple way to end a blanket that's got a lot of variety of stitches in it. But in saying that, that's only my suggestion and possibly what I will be doing. Now, don't be surprised if it changes along the way and I come out and say, you know what, I'm going to add like a shell stitch or something, because I do love a shell stitch border as well. So at this stage, let's concentrate on putting all our colors in. Go and watch that video if you need to. As I said, I call it the lemon peel stitch. You may know it as a different term, but in the video you'll clearly see what I'm referring to. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to ask them in the comments down below, because you might ask somebody else, help somebody else as well, or you can email me. But I think this one is fairly straightforward, and it will be a joy to add to our blankets. I do know that a lot of us are feeling a little bit not sad, but like, oh wow, okay, we're at December. But how exciting that we're at December and it's only the 10th of June. Now, a lot of you have been very kind and have expressed interest in possibly another Cal next year. So I will definitely be putting my mind to it. I know that we actually haven't come to an end with this one as yet, so maybe I'm talking a little bit too soon. But let's be real, we've only got 3 more weeks to the end of June, and then we are well and truly done with our blankets. So I've thoroughly enjoyed, the journey so far, and I'm so very grateful that so many of you have joined us. Please send me photos of your blankets progress if you'd like me to showcase it in our next podcast, or if you just want to show myself, I will be more than happy to look at the amazing work that you're all doing. Also, you may post if you like in on our Instagram page at Coco's Crochet __ or hashtag Coco's Crochet Cal 2023. Now, whichever way you want to showcase your work, I would be more than happy to do it, because I love that we all get to share our blankets, which are so different and yet so alike. So on that note, all you need to do now is, like we said, grab your yarn, grab your hook, get started, and let's make December another wonderful month when we add it to our beautiful, beautiful blankets. So I shall let you go now. Coco is just down there waiting for me. She hasn't really had a disco nap yet, so I might just grab her so she can say goodbye to you properly. Just one moment. Oh. Here she is, here for everybody that loves to say hello to her. So Coco says woof woof, I say take care, and we shall see you all again in another video. Bye bye everybody.